Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of XAH Talk Show. Today we are going to do Emacs. Emacs workflow, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So this is my Emacs blog. Let's check video check, audio check. Good. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me pop the chat out so I can see. Okay, so Emacs. So we are going to do, let's go to XAH Talk Show page for today. Click on that and click on topics, showing browser. So I'm going to do, so there is this command, XahTML rename source file path. I'm going to show you what that does, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So copy that, close it. On the pink window, you can see all my Emacs commands and keys. Okay, paste it here, showing browser. So XahTML rename source file path. So let me show you what that command does. Okay, so go to Emacs browser so you can see my Emacs blog. So open a new section, showing browser, and I'm going to go to diet directory. Then I'm going to go to image directory. So let's see Emacs logo. Let's go to image directory. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. I have this image. Copy it. Copy the file path. Close it. Paste it here. So that's a file path. Make a link. Make a link, shrink the window, showing browser. So you can see I have a file, image, embedded image. Now, if you write HTML manually by hand, sometimes you want to change the file name. For example, this file name, let's say you want to change the file name because sometimes you want to file name appropriate, particular. So let's say you want to change the file name. So normally what you do is you open the file, go to diet, so here is the file, so magnify, so here's a file, then you call diet rename file, and let's say s something. Okay, so now commit. Now so you rename the file, then you copy the file path, close that, shrink it, showing browser. You see, because you changed the file, so the file no longer works, the image, embedded image. So you have to, so here's a new file name, the file path. So this is a new file name. You make a link again, so you can see the file name changed. Then you delete the old name. Let's just comment out for now. Okay, then showing browser. Now it's done. So if you want to rename image file, the file name, it's tedious. So now I have one single command that lets you do it in a few keystrokes. So let me show you. Okay, so right now we have this file name. This is the new file name. Let's change the file name back. Okay, so if you look at the pink window, you can see all my keys and command calls. I'm using Softlight keys and I'm using Vorai keyboard. So okay, so you call a command, which is 2-key press, XahTML rename source file path. Okay, then in the mini buffer you can see, okay, it's too big. So in the mini buffer you can see it prompts me to change the file name. So I delete that something and I say okay. So you see, now it's done. Now in the mini buffer you can see the old file path and the new file path, and also it also updates the link for you. So now if you show in browser, you see it works. You see, so now let's magnify. You see, let's see, so let's uncomment out the last one. So you see these two now are basically identical, except the old string here. So anyway, so that's the command that lets you change a image file path, and also update the HTML. So that's the command. And this command also works for links, not just HTML, not just image files, but also for example, this one. For example, let's show in browser. Let's open it, show in browser. So this is a page about HTML delete tag. This is another command I wrote that lets you delete HTML tags. But let's say I want to change name. I want to, let's say, I want to change the file name because it's incorrect or something. So let's say instead of tag, I say tag pairs. So I can just press a key and start to type the new name and press enter. You see, now it's updated. Now if you show in browser, go down and click, you see it goes to that file. Now, when you use this command, remember there may be other pages that links to the same file. It does not go through all your files to change them. It just change the current tag. So this is good for when you start to just for new images or new files you just started to write about. So first of all let's change this name back because there are other places on my website that links to the file. So okay, so now it's done. Go back to browser. Go back to browser, showing browser. So there you have it. So that is the command. XahTV rename source file path. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to create a new blog entry and containing the source code of that command. Okay. So that's the workflow part. So that's what you got going to see, a real life Emacs usage workflow. So first of all, clean up that. So actually we don't need this image here because I was trying to demo. So delete that, delete, showing browser. Okay, so now what's the command? Now let's start to add a new entry to my blog about that command. Okay, so that command is so first of all, add a new section, new block of entry, and what's the command name? So describe key. I press the key for the command. Okay, hold on a second. Describe key, press the key. So here is the documentation for that command. So this is XahTV rename source file path. Okay, so that is command. That's what we need. So that's the command. I need to create a file name. So what's the file name going to be? So let's see. It's going to be Emacs HTML rename source file path. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be the .html. Okay. So I have another command, XAH new page, that will create a new HTML page with the file path and link all done for you. So you see. So this is good. So now I need to make some minor prettify. So Emacs, according to my website convention. So the first part is Emacs HTML rename source file path. Okay, and capitalize the first letter of every word. Okay, so now make a paragraph block and okay, shrink the window, open the file, show in browser. Okay, that's a new empty page. That's good. Now I need to, okay, so close that. So this is a function we need to add, put in that file. Copy it, cut it, open it here. So let's start to write the blog. This command lets you easily rename a embedded image link file name and also update the link so that you don't have to rename the file manually and update the link. Okay, so something like that. So this is a draft version. Okay, show in browser. Yeah, that's like that. So this command, this is a command. This command, put it here and make it a code link so it shows up as red. Okay, so now we have the command. Now let's see the source code. We need to put the source code in this page. So go down, Emacs Lisp template. So you can see a source code template. That's the pre-tag. So now we just we need the source code. So let's describe function. Describe function. So now we can tab to jump to the source code. So here is the source code. So you can see it's about 50 lines. Okay. Now before we let's compact the code here. So okay. So here's the code. We need to and also my file one of my convention is that in the doc string I want to put the URL. So whenever people read the doc string, they can go to my website page and find it. Okay, close it. So copy the file path of the HTML, reopen that source code file, paste the file path here, and let's shrink. So paste the file path here and make it change the file path into a URL. So you can see it's a URL. So now Emacs convention to put the URL is like that. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so now the inline doc string contains the URL. That's what we want. Okay, so now copy the source code. Copy. Now just go to open this HTML file again. Open it and go back to the pre-section. Paste it here. Show in browser. There we have it. We have the code. Okay, okay, yeah, so we have the code. Now it shows up like that, like a link, because in your doc string you have some HTML code that's not escaped. So you need to press a button to syntax color the source code and take care of all the entities, HTML entities. So go back to browser, go to the top, refresh. Now it's good. Magnify. So now you see. Now this almost done. Okay, so now we need to change the file title. Remember, I want to capitalize the first letter of each word. A proper title. So okay. So again, another convenient command that will change both the title and also the HTML h1 tag. Okay, so press the key. So look at the mini buffer. Okay, so do that. Okay, and do that. Enter. Show in browser. Fantastic. Now this HTML also needs to be, the whole word needs to be capitalized. So let's call that command again. Do it. Show in browser. Fantastic. Now it's done. Now there are more things to do. So I need to add a panel. So okay, also this navigation button back to Emacs Fun, that's incorrect. This should go to, let me show you where it should go to. So you go to Emacs website. So you go to blog, for example. Then you go to, for example, this delete, HTML delete tag. So the back to should be back to Emacs, back to my Emacs homepage. And also I need to add this navigation panel. Okay, let's do that. So copy the URL from the browser of this file, because we are going to paste the navigation bar and the panel from here, from this file. So okay, so close that. Okay, now we are back in the Emacs blog. Split window, open that file, open this file. So first of all, go to the top navigation bar. So this is the navigation bar you see. That's the back to Emacs. Okay, so copy that. Now open that, go to the top, paste it here. So here's the new and here's old. So delete the old, and also we need the navigation panel. Okay, so go back here. So search for panel. So here is the whole panel. Copy it, close it, open that, go to the bottom, and paste it here. So we have the kind of the navigation panel on the big. So show in browser. Fantastic. Emacs HTML rename source file path. So this is a new entry for my blog. So people, Emacs users, they might find this command useful. They search the web, then they might find it, and they can put this in their init file, and they can use it. You can use it. And this file, by the way, this is part of XahTML mod. Okay, so you can, if you want to, you can use, XahTML mod. It's part of it. Okay, so there is that. So close, but it's not done yet. Okay, let me show you why it's not done yet. Close that. So open my Emacs blog again. Now, if you look at this one, Emacs. So you open that Emacs HTML delete tags. So you can see you have the navigation panel on the left. That's a generic navigation panel. You can go to Emacs tutorial, you can go to Emacs init tutorial, you can go to Emacs keys, key binding tutorial, or you can start to learn Emacs Lisp, and so on. So that's a generic panel. So we can click on that Emacs tutorial, Emacs init tutorial, Emacs key binding tutorial. Let's turn on the JavaScript so you can see my videos I did in the past. So you can go to Emacs Lisp tutorial, you can go to Emacs Lisp examples, lots of examples. So if you are not familiar with Emacs Lisp, you can learn it. Okay, I highly recommend it, because knowing a little bit Emacs Lisp will expand your knowledge about using Emacs greatly. So anyway, so this is a generic Emacs navigation panel. Let's go to my blog again. So you can see this page we've done. This is good. Okay, but so on the left you have generic navigation panel, but on the bottom of this page you have another navigation panel that's all the pages related to this specific page about editing HTML. So you can see at the bottom, all these pages are related to commands that work on HTML. So I also need to add this panel. So let's do that. So okay, so open this delete HTML tags page and go to the bottom. And you can see here is the panel I need to add. So you can see there's a name, topic XL HTML. So okay, so we're gonna copy that, close that, then go to our rename source file path page and go to here above the adds bottom template. Paste it here, show in browser. Okay, scroll down. Fantastic! You can see the HTML specific navigation panel. Now there's one more thing to do. Now we need to add this page we just created into the topic specific navigation panel. Okay. Now because it's related. So where do we want to add it? So let's see. HTML rename source file path, HTML rename source file path. So which part would that be related? So all these are about dealing with tags, and all these about dealing with links and CSS, and okay. So it should go to miscellaneous, okay? And where should we put it? Let's see, replace HTML entities, update title. So let's put it after update title for now. Okay, now as time goes on, I work on my Emacs blog, Emacs tutorial almost every day. So next time when I see, so today is just a draft. So as by tomorrow, next month, I might come back to this page and I see, it should be more relevant somewhere else or some other fix. I'll do that. For now, let's add it after update title. Okay, so search for update title. So here we want to add it after this tag, after this list element. Okay, so first of all, so what do I have to do in order to add that? So you see this topic box is repeated in every one of these pages. So for example, I click on that, then I click on that, okay, then go to the bottom, then I click the next one, I go to the bottom, then I click the next one. So you see this topic box is repeated everywhere. So essentially I need to do a find replace of all such topic box string in all files in a directory. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be a find replace. If you use Linux, Unix, you might know it as sed, which is I have a better command. Okay. So first of all, the text I want to find replace is this whole thing, topic box. Okay. Try to do this in sed. You're gonna run into problems because there's a lot new lines. Okay. So copy that. Call the command XahFind replace text. And what text you want to replace, okay? Paste it. So the text I want to replace is this whole huge thing, okay? Enter. Okay, now what's the replace string you want to replace, okay? The replace string is going to be, let's cancel it. So what's the replace string? First of all, I need the file path for this file, okay? So copy the file path, paste it here so you can see, then, this is the file path, and make a link, make a list link. So we need to so let's show it here like that. Okay, so here we need to modify this because we don't need to say Emacs HTML because it's repetitious. So rename source file path. Okay, so we don't need the URL tag neither. So delete that. So we basically just add this item. Okay, cut, shrink, show in browser, cut, shrink. Okay, then let's call XahFind replace again. Okay, XahFind replace search string. Okay, press up arrow to the one we used previously. Okay, that. And what's the replace string? Press up arrow, then go down, then you go down. You can see here, see. So we want to add it here, paste. So you can see there is a new item. Okay, that's a replace string, enter. So in which directory? This directory. And what's a file path regular expression? That's .html, enter. Write changes to file, yes. Fixed case in search, yes. Fixed case in replacement, yes. Make backup, yes. Okay, so it's going to search 1,000 files in my directory and do this replacement. So that's done. So let's magnify, let's shrink. So so that's a result. You can use the left and arrow key to go to all occurrences. And you see the pink lines are all the files that changed. Okay, so that's done. Okay, shrink, shrink, close. Okay, now show in browser again, show in browser. So let's see, HTML rename source file path, scroll down, there it is, HTML rename source file path. Let's click on the next one, markup function names. Okay, now scroll down, there it is, rename source file path. So it made the change to all the directories. So that's it. So now close that, go to the browser, close it, and what is this one? Close it, go to the browser, and open my Emacs blog again. So that there it is. Okay, now the file name is still incorrect because we made a change. So now let me show you another convenient command. I want to copy, so I can just update the file name here, here, or another way is I can copy the file path, copy the link path, which is here. Okay, but I don't have to go there and select it. I can just press a key. All file links in the current text block are copied. So you can see I go here, paste it here, there it is. That's a file path. Then I call a command to make it a HTML item again. Now showing browser. So you can see, this way is usually better because I don't have to manually change that. I just press a key, it will automatically link it and automatically grab the title, whatever title is on that page, and put it here. And actually, I don't want the list, I want a paragraph. So make a link, make a paragraph. So go back here, delete that, show in browser. There it is. One more thing to do is that I want to add to the Atom web feed RSS. So what we do is we move the cursor here to the link, press a key, it's done. Okay, you can see it added this new block of text, a new entry in Atom web feed in a file. Okay, so close it, save it, show in browser. That's it. Now, one more thing I need to do is just to update to sync to my website. So press a key, go to PowerShell, then up arrow, go to the rsync history. That's a Unix command. So okay, so now it uploaded synced to my web server. So you can see all the files that has been changed. So now if you go to XAH Emacs blog, click on that. There it is, today's fruit. Click on that. There it is, fantastic. Okay, now that's not green because we have JavaScript off. Let's turn on JavaScript. You see, green means the current file. Fantastic, that's it. That's the main thing for today. Let's see what else. Are there people here? There are indeed people here, 7 people. So what, okay, I can shut down now, or we can talk about something else. So if you have questions, comments, post it now, okay? Let's talk about that. I'm thinking, so what time is it? 4:37, so I can talk for another 15 minutes. So we have new people here, Guibo Jado, and AK, XahTV is the most based man in the universe. These statements cannot be refuted. True. Hey Lee, first time catching a stream. Thank you. BTix5. Bartholomew, you are not asleep yet. It's late for you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so any questions? So I have 10 minutes free, 10 minutes. Let's see, what are we going to do? We haven't done a talk show for a while. You know, there are so many things to do in life, you know, because I guess because my personality, there's so many fantastic, tremendous things every day I'm busy about, we need to do, and about society, about human animals. Like every day I'm on in a panic mode. That's my life story. Every day I'm in a panic mode. And let's have some coffee. So, okay, break. So that's about Emacs for today. So let's talk about something random, I guess. Let me show you what I've done in the past, 2 weeks or so. Okay, so talk show. Let's go to talk show. I need to my eye patch, So I have a bit cross-eye, so you can I think it's getting slightly worse. Okay. So anyway, go to my talk show. Yeah, I want to put my patch so I can see better that way. I need to get new glasses. So go to XahTV's talk show today. Rename the file name. Now it's gonna be XahTV. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, press a key. XTV, XahTV today's date, show in browser. Yes, XahTV is shorter and it's more memorable than Xah Talk Show. Although even Xah Talk Show is more descriptive, but I think XahTV is a better marketing term. Suits me better because my talk show is kind of weird, so XahTV's got the panache. So delete that. We don't need that anymore. You see that we don't need that anymore. So we talked about rename file source code. So okay, show in browser. So we need to change that into a link. So again, this is Emacs workflow. So let me do it fast. Okay, close that. That. Okay, there you have it. Now, okay, let me show you. Let's talk about random. So let's not waste your time. Let's get on something interesting. So I talked about there's some keyboard, there's some programming. Let's talk about some keyboard because keyboard is always the easy topic. Okay, so keyboard. So there's a new mouse. This is a DoItYourself mouse, Ploopy. Okay, Ploopy mouse. They came out with a new version, Ploopy Mini Trackball. I mean trackball, not mouse. So you can go buy the kit, or you can go. They also have a pre-built version. So I think it's pretty good, but it's pretty expensive. So if you want to buy a pre-built version, it's gonna be $100, which is, all things considered, it's not that much better. I wouldn't, why? Because it's not, all things considered, $100 for this mouse, it's not that much better than one of these commercial made mouse. These are commercial grade mouse, or essentially all of them are under $100, $50. So because for a mouse, what do you get for a do-it-yourself mouse? Well, what you get, first of all, it's kind of, this material, this 3D printed thing is usually ugly. You got this usually ugly and clunky. It's not smooth. Look at how smooth these are, shiny. So what's the advantage with a do-it-yourself mouse? The main advantage is programmability, okay, because they are using the QMK software, which I have an article about somewhere here. QMK, not here. Software, QMK software is very powerful, but it's very geeky. You have to spend an hour or two to actually know how to use it. So anyway, what I'm saying is that the advantage of a do-it-yourself mouse are possibly two things. One is the QMK, programmability, because that software is very powerful. You can program the mouse keys to almost anything, okay? But however, here's a problem. However, a mouse is unlike a keyboard. A programmability for your keyboard is incredibly important, because keyboard, you have modifier keys, Control-Alt, Meta, Control-Alt, Shift, and function keys, macro, or disable the window key, many of these, or even increase the volume up and down, the sound volume. All these are very useful macro shortcuts, and also shortcuts, if you use Photoshop or browser, for example. I showed this many times. So let me show you my keyboard a little bit, okay? So let's see my keyboard, okay? So just turn on. So turn down, you can see. So that's my Kinesis Advantage 2 keyboard, and this is the ultimate hacking keyboard I showed many times. I also have full reviews on my website. If you like my stuff, go buy it, okay? Go buy it on my Amazon links. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so that's about my keyboard. Let's talk about let's talk about the trackball again. So trackball, yeah, fantastic, powerful programmability. But however, on a trackball, the programmability is not that useful, because on a trackball you only have 3 buttons. In this case, 3 or 4, possibly 4, with counting the wheel. And typically, you don't want to change the functionality of those buttons. Well, you can if you want to, but then you lost some functionality. You only got 4 buttons, 4 or 5. So on a track, and what you're gonna change for the trackball, the ball itself, you don't want to change it. Maybe change some speed. That's all. So for a trackball, the powerful programmability is not that useful. Okay, so that's one thing. So even though this do-it-yourself trackball is great programmability, but on trackball you're not gonna do much with that. So that's one thing. Now the second thing where a do-it-yourself trackball advantage over the counter, over these commercial ones is that where is it? Is that the how fast you can score the ball. Okay, let me show you. Because let me show you. Okay, all these commercial ones, the ball you cannot spin it. For example, I showed you the spin wheel. Okay, you see, I showed you the spin wheel, so you can see, the wheel can spin for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. In the same way, it would be fantastic if you can have that for the trackball. You can just spin the trackball. So let me show you an article that explained that. Trackball spins, okay? Ball size, trackball history, trackball controller, trackball that can spin. Okay, I need a video. I need to show. I need an icon here, because otherwise this link is not very obvious. So let me talk about the spin wheel, trackball spin. So it would be ideal, kind of, okay? Not necessarily, but let me talk about that later. First of all, it's a fantastic idea to have a trackball where the ball can just spin. This one does.
So like the ball spins very freely in any direction. You can spin it and rotate it, which most trackballs can't do, as well as just move it around in 2 axes. So try comparing it like. So it just spins.
You see, they push it just like the spin wheel. It can spin for 10 or 20 seconds. That's fantastic. And unfortunately, so this is a video. I don't know where is it from 2014, and I didn't see any update. I didn't see any do-it-yourself trackball that uses these prototype. They are talking about it, but it appears that nothing comes out of it. And there are several other videos that talk about spinning trackballs. Some uses air, magnetic or magnetic levitation, or some use air pressure, things like that. Some use, for example, this actually do spin. This trackball, $150 or $200, hard to buy. So anyway, I have a collection of videos that talks about spinning trackballs, how fast they can spin, how smooth they can spin. Now, and for example, this one, this guy modified the Kensington. This one is called Expert Mouse. They modified it so it actually spins. They replaced, they put in ball bearings on it. So I have a collection of all these trackballs. So you can see some of the mechanisms here. So for example, they use a wheel. But anyway, basically, essentially all these, they cannot spin. You try, doesn't matter how hard you try, they spin for at most 2 seconds. So spinning trackball is a fantastic idea, okay? So that comes back to what I'm talking about. So when you have a do-it-yourself trackball, this is possible. For example, this guy, Tribology do-it-yourself trackball, he is doing research. He tried all different type of spinning of the ball bearing mechanisms, and tell you which one is the most smooth. So you can read his blog. I'm not sure there's a product, I have to check their update, I'm not sure there's an update. So anyway, so that's my point. Do-it-yourself trackballs have this potential possibility of a actual spinning trackball. And here's another guy by a Japanese, who created this trackball, use ball bearing, use kind of the spinning bars. So anyway, that's my point. So Ploopy, so I don't actually know. I haven't looked what is the mechanism of Ploopy. I think it's a bar, but I don't think it's that smooth. I don't think you can actually spin it. So anyway, that's about the Ploopy. Okay. So what comments do you have? So yeah, Beatrix, ask your questions. Okay, just ask your questions. Just shoot. So yeah, so it looks like Windows 11 is coming up. Yeah, Windows 11. Actually, I've been reading, so on our Discord, we have, people have been talking about it. Let me turn on Discord, okay? But before I do, let me hide my video. Okay, I'm back. So, people, we have been, some people has been talking about Windows 11, and I actually tried to read it. So it actually has a Wikipedia entry about Windows 11 now, early, even though it's not out yet. So it looks like there's some large user interface overhaul. Windows, I want to talk about, one of these videos, maybe my next XahTalk show, I'm going to talk about the user interface. The whole video, I'm going to talk for 1 hour about user interface. Okay, that's it about the trackball. Let me digress and let's jump to the topic of user interface. Okay, so Wolfram language, fantastic. That's a technical programming language design. Technical writing, and this is also fantastic. You should, you guys check out my blog, okay? And I got tons of stuff I need to talk about. I need to tell you guys. So Windows, okay? Let's talk about Windows user interface design. So I have this collection of articles which is about user interface design. Now, user interface design is one of my obsession, actually, even though I haven't written much about it. Mostly, you've seen my, hundreds of articles about programming language design, about syntax design, about, and also keyboard design, keyboard and trackball design. I study the technicality of the design issues, user interface, and so on. So design is one of that. If you want to characterize SAS writing, my whole life, what I have been done, my 6,000 articles, manually handwritten in HTML since 23 years ago. If you want to characterize my, what are all the things I've done, one of the aspect is design. I'm obsessive about design issues. Design, many aspects of design, computer language design, syntax design, and user interface design, and writing systems design, okay, which includes all the Unicode, okay. Okay, I'm gonna, Unicode, I show this 1,000 times. I'm just, now I'm like all over the place. Okay, let's go back. Let me focus one thing. User interface designs. Okay, so on this page, I have a lots of huge collection of articles I've written about on different aspects of user interface design. So what I'm saying is that one of these, maybe next one, okay, I want to do a full video, a full 1 hour XahTalk show on these articles, user interface design, because then you start to see the extreme idiocy of the industry, the program, the industry, the programmers, the Unix idiots and the Windows idiots. Mac, Apple, they are the best at design. there's no debate about it. Apple computers, I mean, they have lots of other flaws, but Apple computers, they are one of the best or the best at design of things, okay? Especially user interface. The Linux people are the most idiot people. And we have Jonas. I'm gonna start to flame Jonas and the square root. They have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so back to design. So this is a collection about user interface design. And then you will see the idiocy. Let me show you one of them, okay? Peepshow windows, you'll see this everywhere. Let me show you a real-life example. Let's go to Twitter, okay? So do I have Twitter on? So let's go to Twitter. Let's say I want to post something. I open a new tweet, and look at this fucking fuck. My screen is like 24-inch or something, 30-inch, screen. But now I'm forced into this tiny 2-inch screen. Fuck. That's Twitter. This phenomenon, you see this everywhere, everywhere. In Stack Overflow, so I have a collection of records, show you the records, how they happen everywhere. On Twitter, on Microsoft Windows, everywhere. On what is this? Twitter, okay? Again, Twitter, this private message, fuck. As time progresses in the past 30 years of my life, we beginning 1991, okay, I bought my first Apple color monitor, 13 inches, and the resolution is 640 by 480, okay? That's about this. You know how big that is? 640 by 480. Let me show you how big that is. From 1991. Okay, so 1991, when I bought my first, the best monitor, color monitor, Apple 13-inch monitor. Search for that. You can find it on Wikipedia. Apple RGB 13-inch monitor, 1990 also. For $1,000, $1,000 or $2,000, $1,000, I think, $1,000. Your whole screen size is 640 by 480. Actually, I also have an article on that. Okay, I have lots of digressions, okay? So let me show you, okay? Yeah, okay, but let me show you anyway. Digressions, okay, so let me show you, let me find the article, let me show you, and let's go back to, and this gray text on white background, that's fucking extreme idiocy. Then you have these gurus, the CSS design gurus telling you what to do, and including those work at, those at Google. Google says, oh, you should design this way. Then you have the skeleton screen. Have you guys seen this? You must have. Starting this began about 3 years ago. Okay, skeleton screen. You go to a website, you load the page, then you see this fuck. Okay, huge. Anyway, so that's about user interface. But let me digress a little bit. Let me show you the screen size. Okay, we were talking about screen size. So search for screen size comparison. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so here's a page, screen size comparison, DVD, DVD, iPhone, iPad, MacBook, Blu-ray. So in 1991, the screen size is this big, 640 by 480 VGA screen. That's the resolution, but however, it's a 13-inch screen. And basically, this lasted almost the entire 1990s until, then DVD came out, then CD came out in 1995, then DVD came out, and oh my God, it's high resolution DVD, the technology. You guys, DVD is dead today, but but that's history, that's what happens when you get old, so to me, I remember the day when DVD came out. That's a new technology. Like today you guys are talking about Windows 11, oh my god, excited, Apple M1 chip and whatever. It'll pass, after 10 years it's like history. So anyway, in 1999, around 1999, DVD came out. It's my god, hot new technology, 720 by 576 resolution. Then all the nerds are talking about before it was interlaced. Anyway, that's getting technical, interlaced, but now it's what's they call it, it's not interlaced anymore. But anyway, DVD came out. Then iPhone came out, 980 by 640. Then iPad. Okay, and by the way, this page was created in 2011. So this page was created 10 years ago. So I was, all this technology, I was like, I want to have a overview, just how much screen has been increasing, So, iPhone, iPad, MacBook Air, then MacBook Pro, then then XSGA, plus screen, and then 1600 by 1000, basically. But anyway, this is 10 years ago. Today, today it's like even bigger. So I haven't been updating this page. Okay, so anyway, there's also a Wikipedia article. You can go read about it. So that's a screen resolution, so that's what I'm talking about. That's I'm showing you this page because my first monitor. Okay, let's go back to, you can thank mobile for shitty design. Part of the reason cannot blame everything on mobile. Mobile is a significant, mobile, mobile phone. Cell phone starting around 2006, Apple. They have a tremendous impact on user interface across the computing industry. Because iPhone becomes the most popular, because today most people don't have a computer, they have a phone. Well, that's their computer. So there's a huge impact because then the computer is no longer for nerds. Before it's only for nerds, for programmers, then for nerds. Then every mom and pop have a phone, basically iPhone or Android, phone that's a computer in their pocket. So phone made a tremendous impact and change to user interface design. But however, the issue I'm talking about, all these issues, actually most of the issues I'm talking about is not due to the phone. Although phone has also created lots of problems. For example, the responsive design crap. Anyway, to talk about this, I need to get into detail because so I have about 20 articles here, and each one, some of them may take 1 hour to explain. Then you have the dark themes, because if I just say, dark theme sucks, then a lot of people don't know, they will disagree. Lots of you guys too. Say, oh my God, Xah say dark theme sucks. Actually, dark theme is the best thing, So I need to get into detail. Then you can see my point, why it sucks. It's not, it's not just blanket. It's not in an absolute sense that dark theme sucks. But however, lots of dark themes you guys are using, and Microsoft dark theme sucks donkey ass. It's extreme idiocy. Okay, Microsoft, they don't know what they're doing. Anyway. So I have these articles. So let me go back. Let me get back to one thing. Okay. So I was talking about the Peepshow windows. So you see this everywhere. Okay. So let's see. Let me show you. So you can see. So let me show you an actual example. So let's go to Windows. Okay. I need to go in 5 minutes. So okay. So let's show. So we are in Windows now, okay? I'm going to show you one of the Peepshow windows in Windows, the fucking extreme idiocy. So I'm in my file, so I want to go to options. So you see, I have a 13-inch screen. Then it pops up this modal pop-up window. Crap! The text is too small. I'm getting old. I cannot see it. On Windows, you have the font magnification but doesn't work here. So I cannot see it. I have to get close. Then you go here. Okay, you go here. Then then you got this claustrophobic. Fuck. This this kind of thing is everywhere on Windows. The extreme idiocy. This is a crime. Okay. Why? Let me show. So what is the significance? You guys are living in a lie and you don't even know it. Okay. Now, so let me stand back and let's not be a nut job. Let me cover this. Let me talk about this in a way you can understand, you can appreciate. Now, first of all these things I'm talking about is just user interface design. Okay. Now, I'm saying they are extremely bad. Okay, it's not major. It's not like a million people dead. Okay, I'm just saying they suck very badly. They are extremely bad. But however, most people do not realize it. I mean, including especially the Linux idiots. Especially the programmers, the elite hacker programmers who are telling us what to do. For example, the Python priests. The Python coders, they tell you, Python idioms or whatever, the CSS gurus, the Google, Microsoft, they tell you what's the best user interface. They are lie. They don't know, So, okay, let me retract. Okay, so, but you guys don't know. So, including lots of you guys, you code in C or whatever. You don't. I almost never hear a complaint. Like, for example, in this case, Peepshow Windows, I've never seen anyone else complain about this. But however, to me, even, if you believe what I said is true, if you agree with me, this sucks. This sucks major. This is incredible. This is the worst design. This is the most obvious design idiocy. And yet, nobody sees it. You go to Hacker News, or these tech geekers, nerds, elite idiots, they talk about programming or things about user interface. They talk about font. For example, a lot of you will talk about font and kerning, idiocy. You drivel about, a new font, this is fantastic. Okay, fine. But however, I have never seen one guy that talk about this patent idiocy of the user interface design Peepshow Windows. I've never seen anyone talk about it on the Hacker News 1 million articles every day. Never. So what is going on? What is going on in our society when you have this user interface that sucks extremely, but meanwhile nobody talk about it? While all the elite hackers and user interface design idiots, they talk about font, they talk about lots of other things, but they never addressed, once this one, this one of the issue, this Peepshow window. What world are we living in? So this makes me angry. Okay, angry in the sense of this context. Okay. Like all this. That's why that's why in my Xah talk show you hear me talking about these idiots. You guys, this idiot, that idiot. That's true. You guys are idiots. And also, since and lots of you guys are Emacs users, right? Emacs users. You talk about which one is better, which way is better, which one is efficient. But among Emacs users, I've never seen in my 20 years. Wallowing in the Emacs community, I've never seen people complain about this Peepshow Windows situation. Incredible. So that is my point in lots of my writings. Why am I getting angry about calling people idiot? So I want to know, how do you feel about it? What I said, is that true? Am I the only person seeing this? Do you guys not see this? Is it not true that you see this everywhere in Windows? Not just Windows, okay? Now, some of you, I know the Linux fanatics, your reaction will be, oh my God, no, that size is right. Windows is stupid. This doesn't happen in Linux. No, it happens. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you the Stack Overflow from you guys, idiots, from you hacker idiots, Stack Overflow. So you go to Stack, so here's a screenshot of Stack Overflow. You will see this design. We can actually go there. Actually, I don't have time. I gotta go. So you'll see this comment. Okay, when Stack Overflow, you go to Stack Overflow. When they post source code, and if the line is too long, then they use this interface where you need to fucking scroll this little scroll box to see the left and right side of it. Extreme idiocy. I don't know what they guys are thinking. What the fuck? What is their brain used for? This, Stack Overflow is not a one-man site. It's a corporation. It's a $1 billion corporation. It's now owned by, who owns it? Did they get sold? I don't know. I forgot. I don't. Anyways, but it's a big corporation. One of the, at least very popular. So they have dedicated design gurus over at Stack Overflow, not just one. And they have QA team and so on. They follow all the best so-called best practices of the industry that's spread on Hacker News. The fucking extreme idiot fuck. Spread all over. They follow best practice. Then you see this, okay? Now I have a question. So do you see this is actually a better design? Now, does this not make you, like when you see source code, does it not make you to grab your mouse and try to scroll this little bar to see the code? Is that true? Or am I just like talking shit? So what is alternative? So you might ask, what is alternative? Alternative, let me show you. You look at XAH website, you'll see the best alternative, okay? Let's show you XAH website. You see? Okay, let me pop out this window, okay? So you see, this is a XAH website. Let's magnify. You see this line? This line is very long, okay? It's very long. Now, however, let's shrink the window, okay? Let's shrink the window. Hold on a second. Let me highlight the line so you can see. Shrink the window. You see, it doesn't create a horizontal scroll bar so that you have to scroll left. The fucking idiocy. Okay, it doesn't create that idiocy. You see, this is a better design. So if you shrink the window, you see first of all, the left panel goes away. Then you can shrink it, and it looks like that. You don't have to. And if you copy the source code, it doesn't add new lines characters there. You are actually copying. For example, let's copy it. Okay, let's copy it. Go to Emacs, magnify, new buffer, paste it here, magnify. Oh wait, did we copy it? We didn't copy it. Okay, copy it, new buffer, paste it. You see, this is still one line. Not because it doesn't become truncated or added new lines. This is still one single line. So so I would claim this is a better user interface design. Okay. So you see the problem I'm talking about this, so the Stack Overflow, what the fucking idiocy. And these design gurus, they are living at Stack Overflow, they are living at Microsoft, they are living at Google. Every year, Google Tech Conference or Microsoft Conference, they're gonna talk, they're gonna hip, clean-cut boys, they go on stage and nice, we are helping the world, and today I'm going to demo, we are the new interface design we created. The fucking idiots! Okay, that's it about that. I think that's it for today. About user interface design, not just this one single thing, okay? Peepshow windows, okay? Not just one of these, okay? Watch my videos, remember what I said, okay? Go over it And this is not just this issue. There's also this, starting about 10 years ago, gray text on white background, this extreme idiocy. And they are adopted by Racket, these elite, Lisp hackers, Racket scheme Lisp, okay? Gray text on white background. It's all fashion and fads. In fact, I can tell you, of the user interface design of the past 30 years I lived through, are they getting better? No, I don't think so. Not really. Okay, that's my alarm clock. Okay, I gotta go. So that's it for today. So user interface design in the past 30 years, have they gotten better? Not really, okay. Actually, I can go a level deeper. I can tell you why this happens. Okay, that's another deeper level. But first of all, I need to go through all these things. First of all, you need to actually, because most of you, all the people, the hacker news, they've never seen this, never occurred to them. These ideas, and Linux, driveling about Linux, the Linux idiots, the Unix idiots, the hacker idiots, the Python, the Lisp, the Emacs, the Vim idiots. Then these issues, I'm concerned about design. They never occurred to them. Then what happens? Okay, so first of all, I need to actually go explain each one of these in detail. Then you can actually see what is my point. Some of this gray on white, and then you have this orange on gray. And this is not just a one-man website. This is Ars Technica, one of the classic, old, very popular website, very technical, and usually very good, okay? Ars Technica. In the 2000s, they are one of the best sites. I'm not sure about today because there's lots of crap today. So, then you have this orange on gray. Can you actually read it? And then some of these, today I have a big high resolution quality monitor I bought this year. You go to my keyboard page, just search for XahTV monitor, you'll find it. So, I have actually a good monitor, very high quality, but I don't have before. Then some of this gray is actually very hard to read. For example, this is Racket scheme, hard to read. I gotta go, okay? So first of all, you see, all these issues about user interface design, I need to go over. So, and this one is from Firefox, okay? Disappearing buttons. Disappearing button. You have the back, let me show you, okay? You see, you have the backward arrow, forward arrow. So about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2012, 8 years ago, the Firefox idiots, the idiots at Firefox, these are hacker types, open source Firefox, loved by you guys. You need to use Firefox, which donates to Antifa. If you don't know, search for it. Oh, by the way, you cannot even find it because Google now censored your search, and also those original videos are gone. Firefox donated your money, your donation goes to Antifa. So anyway, the moving buttons. Okay, so Firefox 8 years ago, they have a new user interface where when there is no forward button, the button disappears. So like when you are browsing the top, the window top, they moves. Like when you are looking at your page, the things shift. A fucking idiocy. Of course, now they reverted that. So many idiocies. Okay, then this one is about Microsoft Windows colorful tabs. Colorful, like you cannot tell which one is the current tab. Okay, so this so first of all, if I maybe next day possibly, because this one is amazing. Look at this one. Okay, study this one. Amazing. So first of all, I need to go over all these user interface design issues. Then, so you guys, people can, you hacker types who follows me, we are the nerds type. You get what I'm saying. then you might agree with me. Then there's a deeper level to go into. That is why it happened. Why does this happen? Of course, I've thought about that. Non-trivially, I thought about that. I can tell you why. But if I just tell you, you don't hear it. Because you don't understand. You don't get it. But I've said this before. The reason this happens, there are several causes. One of the main cause is money. Okay, the corporations, Google, Microsoft, Stack Overflow, and so on, or the Facebook, Twitter, they design their website. Their user interface design is not based on the premise. First of all, you need a goal. What are you going to do? What's your criteria? What do you want to achieve with your user interface design? What kind of thing, what aspect you want to maximize, you want to optimize? That's a question for everyone. In general, it is assumed the goal of user interface design, the criteria is that users will have the best, the user interface design must be the most intuitive, most easy to use, and most efficient to operate. So you don't have to go here, click that little button, then click that to do this thing, if that's a frequently needed command, So that's the issues that in general, the unsaid assumption about quality user interface design, quality is redundant. User interface design is that you want to optimize the efficiency, the intuitiveness, the ease of use for the customers, for the users of the software. Okay, that is that's a goal of user interface design. Design is a word, meaning implied in that word is good design, quality design. Okay. But however, Facebook, Google, and all these companies, including iPhone or Android, originally that's also their design goal. But however, they have another important element. That is, they want to optimize among different user interface design choices. What they want to optimize is that the users gets addicted to your website. And they want to optimize the user interface design so that the bottom line is that so that they can make more money. Okay, so that their ads, so users are more likely to click their ads. For example, Twitter. So that they want to optimize their user interface design so that you have more users. Users will keep using your software. User will be addicted, more likely to be addicted to your website or your phone or whatever, your product. And user will likely, they have jargon words, engagement. You have increased engagement. So that's the bottom line. Okay, I can tell you one of the major reason we have all these lousy design fucks is because the user interface design by these companies is not really about ease of use, intuitiveness. Yeah, those are part of their design goal, but as much as important, the thing they really want is they want to get users keep using their software. Okay, make more money, see their ads, click more engagement with their ads, stuff like that. This is the primary reason that. Okay, the primary reason we have all these fuck-ups by the user interface design by these corporations. And also, then there are other reasons. The other reason, for example, one of them is incompetence, which is a lot of Microsoft. Let me tell you why. For example, the Peepshow window. The Peepshow windows for the the tiny windows. In the case of Microsoft Windows operating system, why do they occur? Well, in this case, it's not because money. It's because the complexities of corporations, because Microsoft has become so big, their operating system has become 30 years old, so there's lots of code, so they cannot, so they don't have time, they don't prioritize these to update this old code, this modal dialog boxes. That's the reason for this in this specific case. Okay, there are many reasons for different cases. For example, Twitter. Why is Twitter using these Peepshow windows? Well, in that case, that's because money. Because Twitter found, they have A/B tests, they have lots of jargons, engagement, A/B tests. They have a whole team to see which user interface gets them the most money. They find that possibly, the user interface this way, the Peepshow window gets them the most money, because they don't want you to anyway. That I don't have time. I have lots of things to cover. Okay, so then here's a Google Plus case, which is dead today. Then what's the reason for the Stack Overflow case? Why is Stack Overflow designed this way? The case of Stack Overflow is because I think it's because the CSS design idioms, that kind of the best practice, the idiocy, also ease of coding. Anyway, that's another topic, another day. Okay, I think that's it for today. And I'm tired. I gotta go. Yeah. So okay. Bye, guys. It's hot. Getting hot. So what is going on? 15 people watchers. Okay, if you like my stuff, put money in my pocket. Okay, if you find my talk worthy and stuff, donate. Bye, guys. I gotta go. And if you have questions, either post to the Discord or something. Anyway, I don't have a scheduled YouTube. I don't know when's the next time. I'm living a chaos life.